take a look at this cumulative frequency question. So we have the table below shows the ages to the nearest year of teachers in a school. So these are the ages, the number of teachers, this column, cumulative frequency. All right, so part A, copy and complete the table to show the cumulative frequency. So this is the first number that was written. 15 plus 35, you'll get 50, right? 50 plus 10, you get 60. 60 plus 13, you get 73, and 73 plus 7 is 80, right? 80 represents the total number of teachers. Continuing, part B asks us, well, they give us a specific scale to use, 2 cm to represent 10 years on the x-axis, and 2 cm to represent 10 teachers on the y-axis, right? Before I do that, and I deal with the graph, cumulative frequency curves, we use the upper boundary and the cumulative frequency, right? So I'm going to put the upper boundary first. So this is 29.5. 69.5. To get the upper boundary, we just add 0.5 to the upper class limit, all right? So all of these numbers here, we add 0.5 to it. Now, since we want the cumulative frequency to start at the x-axis, we are going to use this lower limit here, and we're going to subtract 0.5, so this is 19.5, all right? So what you'll be plotting, upper boundary cumulative frequency. So here will be 29.5, 15. Here will be 39.5, 50. Here will be 49.5, 60. 59.5, 73. 69.5, 80, right? And remember, we want to start at the x-axis. Well, we want to start at the x-axis to draw the cumulative frequency curve. So we're using 19.50, right? Now note, there are no negative numbers. So when we are drawing our graph, we just use the border of the graph page, right? So we come here, we're using the border of the graph page. Two cm to represent 10 years on the x-axis, right? This is ages. Right. So 2 cm to represent 10 years on the x-axis, 2 cm to represent 10 teachers on the y-axis. All right. So we plotted our first point, and that will be 19.50. 19.50 is right here. All right, next point, 29.5, 15. Right, 29.5 going up to 15. Right. Next one, so 39.5 going to 50. Right, 39.5 going to 50. 49.5, 60. 49.5. With a circle, so you can easily identify a point. 59.5, 73. That's right here. And 69.5 ET. 69.5 to ET. Right. So after you have that, right, you draw your smooth curve. So you have to draw it freehand. You draw a smooth curve. Right. That's it right there. Continuing. They said using your graph drawn at part B above, estimate the median age. All right. So Q2 is equal to n over 2. Right, n is the total, so that is 80 divided by 2, which is 40. Right? So when you want the median age, the arrow is supposed to be pointing at the age axis. Right? So we're starting at the median, like 40. Right? So we're starting here. Right? 40th as the average teacher. So 40, we're going across until we reach here. And then we're going straight down. Seems like in the middle is an estimate, right? So this is 35, 36, 37, 37.5 Q2, right? So the median age, 37.5 years, right? The probability that a teacher is 55 years or younger, right? So we have to look for 55 years first. Right, so let's go across. 55 years is here. We draw a straight line going up. And once we get that point, we draw a straight line going across. Just right. So this is 60, 65, 66. Right? Now, let me just say something. 55 years or younger will be here, which is 66 minus 0. 66 minus 0. If they had said 55 years or older, that would have been here. And that would have been ET minus 66. So that is important to note, right? This on top here is older. Below here is younger, right? And this will be 66 minus 0. This 0 here, right? Very important. You have to know whether it's older or younger. Below here is younger. So that's if they had said older, ET, which is the largest, which is the max, right? Total number of teachers, because the graph caps here, ET minus 66. So this small portion here would have been dealing with, right? But since it's 66 years or younger, it's below here. 66 minus 0. So 66 minus 0. So the probability of a teacher, right, a little better than that, is less than or equal to 55. That is equal to 66 minus 0. I just write enough emphasis over ET. 66 over ET. Now, probability is divided by its total number, right? The total number is ET. All right. So that is important to note the younger or the older. And also remember probability is divided by the total number. So if you put 66, hey, I get right, you get it wrong, or you might lose marks, right? And remember, above here is older, and below here is younger. All right. So that's it for cumulative frequency curve.